What's up, everyone? In today's video, I want to talk about a roadie offer that I really, really wanted to do, but folks, just couldn't get the order. So I tried, but I couldn't get it. Okay, so this is the record date for this video is May 19th. Okay, so this happened earlier today. And I mentioned in my recent video, the video titled the 1 hour where I made the 41 bucks. Okay, so same day that we're talking about here. So I did that 1 hour dash. I logged off. I did an Instacart order with my wife. Okay, so we shopped that, delivered it, come back to Meyer. Okay, so now I got all of my apps opened up again. Not getting anything on DoorDash or Uber, so I check out Roadie. And I see a couple luggage orders from the airport. And the the other one wasn't really, is only paying like 20 bucks or something like that. But I see this one right here. I'll throw up the screenshot. So 57, you might as well say $58. Let's round up here. So $58 picking up at Port Columbus or John Glenn, whatever you want to call it, the main airport in Columbus, and taking that down to Chillicothe, Ohio. And it's two deliveries. I'm not really sure. I can't really tell from this if they're both going to the same customer. I would imagine so, but I don't know for sure. And okay, so I looked at this and I was like, and asking my wife what she thought, and I was, trying to, do I want to try to submit a bid for this, yada yada, and then I get an Uber offer come across, and I talked about this before with the gig work. I'm not the best multitasker. I'm trying to analyze this. I don't want to see offers of the other apps. So I quickly declined that Uber and shut Uber off, shut off the other apps, and now I'm looking at this. And I've talked about this in past videos. I want to do one of these airport luggage runs. One of these days, I would like to do one just to see how it works and, all this and that. So I figured, okay, I've talked about this before in my videos. I'm more concerned about the time that an order takes versus the mileage. So yeah, this is going to be heavy mileage. I'm in my zone. I'm in Southwest Columbus, Grove City to be exact, and so it's going to take me probably a half hour just to get to the airport, and then I got to go from there clear down to Chillicothe and then drop these off, and then and then my mileage coming back to my area. But if I could do this in less than 3 hours, I mean, $20 an hour is, I usually average 25 an hour with DoorDash, but I'm okay with $20 an hour. And so I think that I can get to the airport, pick this up, drive down Chillicothe, come back up to zone. I think even though it's like really super heavy mileage, I think I can do all this in less than 3 hours. And okay, so I click, claim offer or submit bid or whatever the button is or whatever. I submitted a bid. And then for the next 5-10 minutes, I get held hostage. But I don't really like this about Roadie. You submit the bid or what, and then you just have to like sit there and wait. And so we were in a parking spot at mine. We're sitting there waiting, waiting, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I figured, well, let's. And my wife was wanting to get like something to drink and a little snack or something. So we figured we'd drive to the other side of the parking lot, repark, go inside. We did what we needed to do in there, and it's still like pending. So basically, what happened was it was like in the offer was on my phone and in a pending status for I want to say about like 5 minutes, and then it just disappeared, and my wife kept asking me, "Did you get it? Did you get it?" And so I didn't know. And now I've only done a couple roadie orders so far, and I know one of them it was showing pending, and then everything like left my screen for a minute or so, and then the order came back up on my screen, and I had it, and it was mine to do. Um, this one, my it left my screen, and then that was it. I don't know why. I really don't know what's so hard about why they can't have some kind of little notification or something that if you put in a bid for something, they can't have some kind of little notification that says, no, sorry, you didn't get it. It went to another driver. What's so hard about implementing something like that? I don't understand. So it would have taken a lot of the guesswork and a lot of the stress out of it. But I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I just before starting this video, I wrote down some mileage here and times and to kind of estimate how this might have played out. Um, so I was 15 miles from the airport when I put in the bid. So I figured getting to the airport, parking in the short-term garage, getting inside the terminal, trying to find out where I was supposed to go, picking up the luggage. I, all total, I just estimated 50 minutes. I don't know if I could have done it in that. I figured a half hour to get to that garage, and then 20 minutes for parking and running into the airport, and could I have completed the pickup process in 20 minutes? I don't know. There was just a guess. And then you see on the screenshot, uh, 58 miles is what they're saying from the airport to Chillicothe. It says on there an hour and 35 minutes. I just put an hour on my estimate. So I don't know if that really would have taken over an hour and a half. I mean, I don't know about that. And then from Chillicothe back up here to zone 41 miles. I estimated 57 minutes for that. So all total, 114 miles, which, most people would be thinking, man, this dude is absolutely crazy. Who in the world would take it's paying $57.54, but you're going to put 114 miles on your vehicle. What kind of idiot? But like I said, I'm more concerned about the time than the mileage. Hey, that's just me, and I calculated 2 hours 47 minutes. Now, would it really gotten done in that amount of time? I don't know. It's just a guess on my part. Um, but I mainly wanted to see how how these orders worked or whatever. I'm guessing here because you see that it says on this screen, pick up immediately and complete by 11:57. Obviously, I was not going to be able to do that. I was submitting my bid on, from the other end of town. Okay, so I'm just guessing that another driver that was closer to that area also submit a bid, and they got the order. Um, let me pull up Roadie and see if what's in here. Yeah, there's nothing on here now. Um, I I don't know. I I'll probably I don't know. I don't know, guys. If it's really that big of a deal or not, or I don't know. I One of these days I may just plan on just going, and instead of doing my regular DoorDash driving that I normally do here, maybe one day just for the heck of it, I'll pick a day and instead of dashing in my area, I'll go out to the east side, and I'll hang out somewhere around the airport for a couple hours, see if an offer comes up like this, and and maybe I'm able to get it then. I don't know, and I don't know if is there a chance that I could have gotten this order? Um, a new gig for $22. Where's it at here? Must not be anywhere near me. I don't see the $22 one. I don't see anything that's $22. Oh well. Let me log out of this. Well, why am I messing around with Roadie during this video anyway? um, so, um, yeah, one of these days I might just kind of hang out there in that area, see if I can get one of these orders. And I don't know why I have such a desire to do one. I don't know. I don't know why it fascinates me or interests me. I have no idea. I really don't. But anyway, for whatever it's worth, there's my failed attempt at trying to get this roadie order. Hey, anybody watching this video that is a roadie driver, let me know in the comments. If you're like more than 10, 15 miles away from an offer that you're trying to accept, will it, in some cases, will it give you those offers and allow you extra time to get over there? Does it give you those, or not? Or does it, or is it just never going to give you an offer that you're more than like 10 miles away from? Let me know in the comments, because like I said, I don't know how it works exactly. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. Thanks, guys, for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I would really appreciate it very much. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again.